Hi, Marian. My name is Dolapo. Welcome to Skynet Uni College and welcome to Nigeria. Is this your first time in Nigeria?
Not at all. I've been here for a couple of times now, maybe my fifth or sixth time. So
Okay.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
how are you enjoying Lagos in general?
Oh, I love it. I love the weather. Not too much of a fan of the traffic,
Okay.
but yeah, I love being here. It's always very welcoming.
All right. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Asante. Asante.
All right. So, you're representative of SAIT in
Mhm.
Nigeria.
Mhm.
So, we have a few questions that we'd like to ask you
Mhm.
to enable us to promote the school to Nigerians and other international students
Yeah.
that wish to study in SAIT.
Mhm.
So, would you mind I go through some questions with you, then you give us your opinion about it?
Sure. Go
All
for
right,
it.
thank you. So, what is SAIT about, and what are some of the unique programs offered by SAIT?
Okay. So SAIT primarily is a polytechnic.
Okay.
In which case, then this means that we are very focused on applied education. I think that's probably the best way of putting it.
Okay.
When we look at the programs that we are unique or maybe known for, is our culinary arts programs, our tourism and hospitality programs.
Okay.
We offer the best school of hospitality and tourism in Canada for a couple of years now.
Okay.
Our School of Business is also one of the top three business schools in Canada. So
Okay.
these are perhaps what I would say are unique. Because we are within the province of Alberta, Alberta is known for oil and gas. And so
Okay.
our programs in engineering, our petroleum engineering program also is quite popular. So these are things I would say are maybe unique or that stand out for us at SAIT.
Are there any English proficiency tests required for Nigerian students before applying to SAIT? So, as an international student, some schools will tell you you need an English proficiency test
Yes.
before you can be qualified to apply to that program.
Mm.
But for SAIT, you guys require English proficiency test as well for
Mm.
international because Nigeria is official language is English. So do we still need to take extra tests for you like to convince you guys that we're well taught in English? Is there English proficiency test required?
So that's like a two answer way. Yeah?
Okay.
So the English proficiency requirement is mandatory for all our students.
Okay.
The clarity is that because Nigeria is an English speaking country, all we'll need is just a letter from the school, perhaps like high school,
Medium of
confirming
instruction.
exactly that
Okay.
English is the medium of instruction for more than 3 years,
Okay.
and that's it. So no additional testing
No, I said,
required.
oh, okay. No IELTS has required, no TOEFL.
It is not
just
mandatory.
MY.
Yes.
All right, that's
Yes.
great. All right, so how does SAIT support students in finding internships, co-op opportunities, or job placements related to their field of study? So for students, I just finished studying petroleum engineering, as you mentioned earlier. So what are the career opportunities outside the campus for me? What does SAIT have to do to support students in moving on with a career after study?
So we actively support our students throughout the entire process. So while they are, say, in in the program, maybe they are preparing for the first interview. We help them with putting together their CV, preparing for those mock interviews. If they're looking to maybe engage in a part-time job during the holidays, because the Canadian study permit allows for a maximum of 20 hours during the
20
semester
hours a
and
week.
40 hours during the holidays.
Okay.
We have an active jobs board. We help them in securing that. On the aspect of the industry, because we have such a large number of industry partners, they actively come to us to say, we need students in this particular area. Are you able to put us in touch?
Okay.
So we actively support them during the course and after the course as well.
Okay.
So you find that our graduate employment rate is 91% within the first 6 months, and our employer satisfaction rate is actually at 92%.
Oh,
So
that's
in which case,
perfect.
then the industry
Okay.
also appreciates then our SAIT graduates.
Okay, all right, that's very good. I think that's also like added to one of the reasons why you should study in SEC.
Yes, absolutely.
Going into intercultural aspects, how does SAIT support diversity and inclusion on campus? How do you guys make your students, your international students, comfortable enough
Yes.
to enjoy the school?
Yes.
Not just picking a program, picking a school, wanting to study, and after study you want to work. Not about that. How do they like get the freedom
Yes.
to be able to like cooperate with other international students?
So I think this is probably where SAIT excels in this particular area, because all queries, all activities are normally housed within our international center.
Okay.
You find that we have 160 nationalities represented within SAIT, about 5,000 international students.
Wow.
So we have a strong international student population.
Okay.
We actively help them throughout the entire process. So right from the time they are preparing to come to SAIT, orientation, we even have an airport kind of. So it's also pickups like a meet and greet.
Meet and greet, okay.
So we make sure that you arrive. We're like, yay, no, we're here. We're happy to have you here.
Okay.
We also prepare them just for if you're coming in the winter. So we help them prepare for winter.
Okay.
As well as just activities outside of like school, right? So when you're new to somewhere, you don't know too many new people. You want to know who else is there, what other activities can I do. So during orientation and shortly after orientation and throughout the year, we have excursions for international students. So you can just get to know, what is in the area, where to go shopping, so that you can be able to know where to get your groceries and your special spices. So we actively ensure that they are able to settle in and build a home away from home, so that then it's not just study, but you're also building a life as well.
All right, that's excellent. So, I know you mentioned earlier that 92% employment for SIT graduate students. A question came in from a student said, "What is the average employment rate for international students graduates of SAIT in general?"
Okay, so in general, it is 91%. Each program, like when you visit our website, each program will have the graduate employment rate for that particular program, and that will vary from program to program, but the average for us is 91%.
91%,
yes.
Generally.
Yeah.
So you study petroleum engineering, you study computer science, data analytics, in general, 91% employment rate. That's perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so what career support services and amenities does SAIT offer to international students?
So let me give you a good example.
Okay.
So we'll have a Meet Your Employer night, right? And this would be like networking events where potential employers will meet interested students, and they'll be able to mingle and see if there's a good match, if there's a good meeting of minds. In terms of just the general engagement, so some of our programs come with a co-op. A co-op would be either optional or mandatory.
Oh, mandatory, yeah.
Some of the programs don't need a co-op because the facilities are also on site.
Okay.
So in actively supporting our students in that area is that because we are very focused on applied education, we ensure that what we are delivering is exactly what the industry needs.
Okay.
So we are essentially setting up our students for success by ensuring that we are in step with the industry.
Okay. Nothing below what is outside. You make sure you groom them to the point where they're needed for what's outside.
Yes.
That's
yes.
perfect.
Yes.
All right. So lastly, are there any scholarships or financial aid opportunities available for international students?
Yes, we do. We have a variety, and I'm happy to announce that we are expecting some more categories coming in soon.
Okay.
So currently we have, say, our entrance awards, and these are ideally for students from different parts of the world, including Africa. We also offer academic kind of based scholarships. So, for example, we have a very strong academically talented student. They are able to apply
like a first class.
Yes, so we do have them scholarship programs based on academic strength.
Okay.
We also have scholarships based on the sporting talent. So a sports exactly. So for example, a student who is maybe called to present the state Trojans and is a strong say basketball player, men and women, would be able to apply for sports scholarship as well.
Oh, okay.
And in the next, say, academic year or so, we hope to introduce a few more so that can be able to have more options available to our students.
All right, that's very great. All right, so based on my question, I'd like to, we all know what's going on when it comes to Canada and the new RICC policies and all that. In what way as those policies affect your school, affect SAIT and international students or SAIT incoming students?
Yes.
In what way as the new policies affect the school, or maybe it doesn't affect the school at all? You guys are still like on the same path how you've been.
Yeah.
So is there anything you would like to let us know when it comes to that policy and the SAIT?
Sure. And ideally, the changes that have come in recently are going to be affecting our students, but it will be in different ways. So, for example, The first thing to clarify is that SAIT is a government institution. It
Okay.
is not a private college or run a public-private partnership.
Okay.
In which case, then our programs will continue to meet the postgraduate work permit requirement.
Okay.
Which is
So
awesome.
no problem.
Yeah. So there we are. There we are
Okay.
good to go. Going forward, students who will be perhaps traveling with a spouse, unfortunately, the spouse will not be able to
go with them.
receive the open work permit. That's going to affect all of us.
Yeah.
When it comes to the aspect of the cap in terms of the number of international students, Alberta as a province still remains very attractive and competitive in terms of the cost of living as well as the quality of life.
Yeah.
So we anticipate that we'll still continue to be able to receive a good number of international students coming through.
Okay.
And also because Calgary is also one of the most robust cities in the world, we also ensure that we'll be able, over the next 2 years and going forward, we'll be able to continue to host and adequately house our international students in that respect. So the changes are there, but they will continue. SAIT will not be negatively affected in that respect. We'll continue to be able to support and receive our international students going forward.
So what's the last thing you would like to say to SIT incoming students, students that are already there, students with a visa approval, students ready to travel to start their program for the next intake? Is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers?
Yes, I would say that we are so excited to have you on board. I'd say we're so excited to have you on board. For spring 2024 students, I will be meeting you on campus. So please look out for me as you travel.
You might also look out for me.
Yes, we shall be. We shall be there to very happily welcome you on campus. For students coming in for fall of 2024 and into 2025, is that it's quite an experience, and I think it's going to be one of those positive kind of like life experiences. Calgary is fantastic. It is fun. It is young. It is lively. We are just waiting for you. We really are. We're just waiting for you. So do come over to say.
All right. Thank you so much, and asante sana.
Karibu, karibu.